Armonía de amor, cara bonita es mi inspiración. Abrázame a tu corazón y no me dejes.
What you want, as long as you're with me, and say what you want, as long as I hear you calling my name over and over again. Pack up your things and leave, don't come back.
Family and help me earn me daily meal. Them don't know how it feel when you are cry.
When you're ready for the bump and grind, it's only you. I had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings.
Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Who will make it through to next week? Your vote can keep your KTV star on the stage. Vote before Sunday at midnight. Join us at The Bliss every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for KTV The Remix Season 8.
He skipped nights out. Said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle. All for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarterfinal winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
For weeks, we've been looking at millions of dollars in Ministry of Defense supply spending, including a series of invoices that fall just under the $10,000 threshold. But beyond the paperwork, there's another key question. Are those purchases matching what the Belize Defense Force actually uses? Today, we asked BDF Commander Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez, who took over in late January 2026. He says he can only speak to the past 6 months, but from what he's seen, soldiers account for the largest share of consumption.
Well, we have a lot of soldiers. We are I believe that the Belize Defense Force is the biggest consumer from the government in terms of feeding. We work 24 hours a day. We provide meals. The government provides 3 meals a day to our soldiers, even those deployed. So definitely, we are the biggest consumer. And like I mentioned before, I can tell you that since I took over in January, that's my job now to make sure our soldiers receive quality food and that they receive the proper food from the vendors that bring them to Price Barracks. And that is whatever we receive, we give to our soldiers.
How is the supply process right now, given the investigation?
The supply process continues. The soldiers have to eat, so the supply process continues. So the contractors or the vendors who were selected at the ministry level, they continue to operate, they continue to deliver, and we continue to consume those deliverables.
According to Commander Velasquez, the BDF still has a say in the supply process and can request specific items for the ministry to purchase through its suppliers. More boots on the ground could mean a stronger national security presence across Belize. Following Wednesday night's story on the more than 130 new BDF intakes, News 5 asked Commander Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez how this new group will support the force's mandate. Velasquez says the BDF is in the middle of a modernization process, and growing the force is part of a wider effort to better respond to the country's security needs.
It is a culminating event in one's life. I was 18 years old when I went through recruit training, and it changed my life completely. I entered as a civilian and I left as a soldier. It's a dynamic process where you stop thinking about in our civilian lives we're mostly concerned about ourselves, basically, right? On a basic level. Of course you're concerned about your friends and family as well, but then the recruit training process molds you into a unit, into a team where you have to work doubly hard to make sure that you don't let down your fellow team members, right? And you begin to understand military language, the way how they talk, how they interact with each other. So by the time you finish recruit training, you're a completely different person. Your values, we instill the military values, the ethos in you, and you understand what it means. To put it mildly, you understand suffering. You understand to being deprived. You understand sacrifice, right? And devotion to duty. So it's a transformational process, and I'm very proud of those young people who made it.
The Belize Defense Force has launched another recruitment drive to further expand its numbers later in the year. Could Belize benefit from a specialized anti-corruption body with the power to investigate high-level crime and political wrongdoing? It's a model that transformed Guatemala's political landscape, helping expose major corruption schemes and bringing down some of the country's most powerful officials. As concerns about transparency and accountability continue to surface at home, News 5 asked Prime Minister John Briceño whether his administration would consider a similar approach for Belize.
If you were to talk to Guatemalans, the CICIG has not worked as well as you think, and they're having a lot of problems. But we are working on that. Remember, now we have passed a law for unexplained wealth, and just a few weeks ago we had people from the FIU, the Finance Intelligence Unit, came in to explain to us on what is it that they're doing and what they can do potentially in the near future. So we're working on all of these things. These things take time. And we have to ensure that whatever we have in place, that it works well and that it cannot be used for political purposes, but to be able to be used to ensure that we can protect the assets of this country and the assets of people. And so we need to make sure we do it properly.
The Briceño administration is also working on legislation to protect whistleblowers and law that increases coordination between governance oversight bodies. As UDP supporters took to the streets in protest last Friday, Prime Minister John Briceño says he spent the afternoon doing something far less political, sharing ice cream with his granddaughter. The Prime Minister used the moment to brush aside the opposition's latest demonstration, telling News 5 that the real problem for the UDP isn't the government, but a public he believes is no longer buying its message.
That I'm also a grandfather. I am not only Prime Minister, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, and I have one granddaughter. And for me to be able to spend the afternoon with her and then afterwards take her to the park, well, it was raining, so we went to Moose where there's a playground in there and spend an hour and a half with my granddaughter. That is the joy of life.
But do you take their messaging seriously and their calls seriously and the protest seriously?
I think what they need to worry is that the people are not taking them serious, because we had a National Party Council meeting on the Saturday before. And we had more people in Dangriga for a meeting than what they managed to bring, and they had buses all over the country.
The United Democratic Party has indicated that Friday's protest is just its first step in a phased approach to pushing back against alleged corruption within the Briceño administration. Can a prime minister take a vacation while a government controversy is unfolding? That's the question some critics are asking as Prime Minister John Briceño begins a period of personal leave while the Office of the Auditor General investigates matters involving the Ministry of Defense. Briceño says the criticism is misplaced, noting that his trip will also involve official duties.
I go on personal leave, and then after that, after a few days, I go to Washington to work, to meet with the Assistant Secretary of State Landau, to be able to talk about issues that are affecting us, including the Cuban Brigade.
And who was over for you in the meantime?
Well, the Deputy Prime Minister.
As you heard, Deputy Prime Minister Cordell Hyde will be holding over. Up next, police make an arrest in the murder that rattled Orange Walk. A San Lazaro farmer now faces a murder charge.
E-invoicing is bringing a secure digital upgrade to GST-registered businesses in Belize. Here is how the process works. Your business generates an electronic tax document, ETD, like your everyday invoice or receipt electronically. The ETD is securely transmitted to the Belize Tax Service through Vertex Belize, the national digital platform for e-invoicing. The Belize Tax Service validates it instantly and returns the verified ETD to your business, ready to share with your customer, all in seconds. There are 3 ways to get started. Connect your existing accounting software to Vertex Belize, work with a local or international solution provider, or access the free web-based tool to be provided by the Belize Tax Service. Getting started is flexible. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
The next station is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Every dollar you save today is a seed for tomorrow. Let your dreams take root and grow. Belize Bank, your future, our commitment.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, home and property insurance does not only cover hurricane and fire? Your lifetime investment will also be protected from explosions, water damage, malicious damage, and more. So you can rest easy knowing your home is protected. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
Police have charged a San Lazaro farmer for the murder of 68-year-old Virginio Carrillo, whose killing shocked the Orange Walk community earlier this week. 26-year-old Christian Navel Velasquez was formally arrested and charged on Wednesday for Carrillo's murder. Carrillo was found dead on Monday morning near a Cane Field Road with multiple chop wounds. Police say he had left work and was heading to his farm when he was attacked. Investigators believe he was riding his bicycle when someone ambushed him near the cane fields. But Tuesday, police had detained a suspect. That suspect has now been identified as Velasquez. Carrillo's death has left San Lazaro grieving the loss of a man remembered as a hard-working villager and active member of the community. After years of knocking on the door, Belize's men's national volleyball team has finally kicked it down. In a victory that will be remembered as a turning point for the sport, Belize stunned the regional giant Costa Rica in 4 sets to claim its first ever Central American senior title at the AFCAVOL Men's Final Four. For Belize Volleyball Association President Alan Sharp, a former national player who has witnessed the highs and heartbreaks of the program firsthand, the championship is more than a gold medal. It's the reward for decades of sacrifice, persistence, and belief.
I gotta tell you, Shane, I watched the game locked up in a room with nobody around me, lots of anxiety, lots of emotions, years and years of emotions coming. I mean, tears. Me, myself, in my room, jumping up and down, screaming whilst they run around in the court. You know, it brings out a lot of emotions to think about the gold medal. I must say the complete mental attitude, the approach for this team was hunger, belief, if nothing else, belief, a lot of confidence. I don't think they in one moment thought that they would not win, that they did not deserve to win, that they would not be the champions. They had the hunger to be champion, they put in the work to be champion, they thought they would be champion, they played to be champion, and now they are champions.
And what's the plan to welcome them home?
Well, right now, you know, they're coming in tonight, so we're trying to work with some organizations to try and get something ready, at least for tomorrow or as quickly as possible.
Team Belize returns home through Belize's northern border around 4 this evening. They'll be greeted at the Belize Elementary School by the volleyball community around 6:30 tonight. For Alan Sharp, this championship is about more than volleyball. As president of both the Belize Volleyball Association and the Belize Olympic and Commonwealth Games Association, Sharp has spent years pushing for the growth of sports across the country. He says Belize volleyball's rise proves that local athletes can achieve at the highest levels when they get the right support, planning, and commitment. And in his view, that same formula can work for every sport in Belize.
When a small country like Belize does something like this, you know, we're less than 1/10 the population of any of our neighbors, and that's being nice, 1/10. You know, so it is a major accomplishment when you think of what we're doing in male and female volleyball and on a sustainable, consistent basis. It's not a one-time thing. Like I said, these guys last year were second. Now they come home with the gold. Now they're ranked number 1 in Central America. They qualify to the men's Pan American Cup next year. So these are major accomplishments. This is something very big for them, and for volleyball and for sport in Belize. You know, it shows that things can happen in sport if we have the programs first of all, and there's investment and support behind the programs. Facilities is a must. There are lots of things at play, right? The coaches. I mean, we cannot forget the coaches who have put in tremendous time and effort over this long haul. So, I mean, our guys have shown that they have the talent, but talent is not everything. These guys have put in the work, because talent is not what to make you win. It's putting in the work and having a program, and then you work on your craft, you work on what you're going to do. And so this is years and years.
After the break, a Belizean American is wanted over a viral Jaguar Cub video, but authorities believe he's already left the country.
Biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
Belize is taking a new step to better protect children and strengthen justice for young people. Today in Belize City, officials launched the Child Protection and Child Justice Steering Committee, a national body that brings key agencies together under one umbrella. The move follows a 2024 assessment that found serious gaps in coordination and accountability. The committee is being led by the National Commission for Families and Children, the Ministry of Human Development, and UNICEF Belize. Attorney General Anthony Sylvester told us why this new body matters.
It's very important to address issues with respect to child protection and child justice from a coordinated approach. And so what has been done is that through the auspices of the National Commission for Families and Children, there were two committees that addressed it. You had a Child Justice Committee and you had a Child Protection Committee. They were bifurcated. So experience has shown over time that it's best to have a collaborative effort, and so you have stakeholders from various agencies, whether it be law enforcement, whether it be the court, whether it be in social service, all coming together to address the issue of child protection and child justice. And so this newly formed subcommittee, which is called the Child Protection and Child Justice Committee, it has developed a work plan, a 2026-2031 work plan, and I have to give them tremendous kudos and commendation for the invaluable work that they have done to put together various outcomes and plans geared towards an aim towards ensuring that we have a better and more oriented approach to addressing child protection and child justice. There are various areas that they will be targeting, and one of the things that they'll be doing is that they're providing to the government certain recommendations with respect to policies that need to be revamped, that need to be tweaked, and a part of the membership on this committee includes the Attorney General's Ministry, and so that helps in terms of ensuring that in a more timely manner we'll be able to have legislation which touch and concern families and children, that those are able to be addressed.
By bringing key stakeholders under a single framework, the newly consolidated CPJSC will immediately begin implementing a 5-year strategy aimed at providing a faster, more coordinated and child-focused response to cases of abuse, neglect, and exploitation across the country. Tonight, authorities are looking for Belizean-American Ruben Stoll, but they believe he has already left the country. The Belize Forest Department has prepared 2 charges against Stoll under the Wildlife Protection Act after a social media video showed him petting a wild Jaguar cub that had reportedly been separated from its mother with a vehicle. The video sparked widespread public outrage over the weekend and quickly drew the attention of wildlife authorities. But before officers could locate him, Stoll reportedly crossed the northern border on Wednesday. Tonight, a warrant is out for his arrest. Forest Officer Victoria Chi tells us more.
No charges have been levied to them, and what you said earlier is true. They were born in Belize, and that's something we found out. But they do hold dual nationality.
Okay.
So it's not, yes, they're born here, but they also hold a U.S. passport, so they have dual nationality.
Interesting.
So when they come into the country, obviously they will use their Belizean passport. So we reached out to immigration since the incident happened, and so they had informed us that they would get back to us, and they would search their system to see when they came in and when they are planning to exit. But I received a message yesterday from the immigration department that they actually exited through the northern border yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So our next step to that, because we know they come back to Belize so often, one of our next steps to that is to actually issue a warrant through immigration. When they come back in, they will be automatically held, and then we can proceed to charging them.
Interestingly, the charges only carry a small fine of $500 each. Belize's skies are getting busier, but the rules governing drones are still being worked out. Today, the Department of Civil Aviation hosted a consultation session with drone operators, businesses, and other stakeholders as it continues drafting new regulations for unmanned aerial systems. The process has been under scrutiny since industry representatives accused the department last month of moving too quickly without adequate consultation. Civil Aviation has since extended its review period, saying the volume of feedback received requires more than time to analyze before a revised draft is finalized at the end of July. Director Nigel Carter says the goal is to strike a balance between embracing drone technology and protecting the safety of Belize's national airspace.
We have put out a press release indicating that we are actually extending the time for us to give a response. We have to analyze the comments properly, and then come out with something that will, as best as practical, work for all parties. Now, so we again, matters such as the accident they all come up, and so from time to time we have to share our attention with other matters. And so we're proposing that it be presented by the 30th of July. It's always better to under-promise and over-deliver as opposed to the other way around, whereby you keep asking me, why you're not ready yet. So, we expect to have it completed before the end of July, but we put the end of July as a deadline for it. The amount and level of training that is given to persons operating manned aircraft is quite significant. And so we have to be able to, for all intents and purposes, regulate and ensure that those that are operating drones understand the usage of the airspace. Otherwise, there could be havoc.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Briseño to UDP protesters, I was eating ice cream. Ansel Jones commented, "People need to realize that politics is who can tell the best lies and to persuade their followers that they can do a better job if elected. In the end, they'll find out it's all just sweet promises and now they want to switch party again. And that's why there's a different party in power almost every 10 years. Some people get favor, but most people are just being used." Way to use free speech. Turning to Ruben Stoll, reportedly leaves Belize before arrest, Ada Hernandez shared, "I'm sure their intention was not to harm these animals. Quit trying to scandalize it, but teach people how important it is not to interact and why. Make it a teaching opportunity." Definitely, awareness is important. And finally, on Belize's men's volleyball team turns persistence into gold, Daryl O'Brien shared, "Don't wait until athletes become stars to support them. As a country, it's the early support that matters most. Doesn't matter what parts of the country you come from, and it's the fact that you can make our country proud is very important to the entire development of the country and our sports." Very well said. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming, and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Jamie Rock. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.